Good evening, folks. It's Glenn the Ball Chef, and tonight we're going to change it up a little bit and make one of my favorite Chinese carry-out dishes, which is Szechuan chicken with green beans. It's not hard to put together, and the results are fabulous. So let's make this thing happen. All right, so now we've got our chicken cut up. We're going to put it in there, and we're going to make what's called velvet chicken. If you've ever been to a Chinese takeout or Chinese restaurant, their chicken is always very tender, and this is the process that I use. 1 egg put into the chicken breast, white meat, a little bit of cornstarch, and some Chinese cooking wine. This is just a rice wine, and don't worry, all of the alcohol will be cooked off in the cooking process, so you don't need to worry about it. If you don't drink alcohol, it will be gone. Once all of the ingredients have been placed into the bowl, we're going to stir this around, mix up the cornstarch, the chicken, the wine, and the cornstarch into something that we're going to set aside, bring to room temperature, because we don't want to cook this ice cold chicken into hot oil, because it'll lower the temperature of the oil and make the chicken very greasy. So let's bring this up to the temperature. Now, the next step is you can use regular green beans for this, but I like to use the Chinese long beans. And all you got to do is take these green beans after you've thoroughly washed them off, cut them into about 3-inch sections, and they really have a nice flavor to them. Like I said, if they're not available, regular green beans will work. But what you want to do next is to get your wok, get some water into that wok and start boiling it off, and throw those green beans in there and let them cook for 4 to 5 minutes. Don't want to overcook them, don't want to undercook them. But once they get to that point, what you do is spider the beans out and set them aside for the next step of the recipe. The next step of the recipe would be to add some vegetable oil and some garlic. Quickly, once the garlic's into the oil, it's going to season that oil up. We're going to get our chicken and put that right in there, and it's going to stop the garlic from becoming bitter or browned. Stir fry the chicken off until it becomes completely cooked, and then you can throw your green beans that you spidered off, and then you want to stir fry that around and infuse both the chicken and the beans together. Everything's looking pretty good here. We're making this thing happen, and now we need to season this up. The first step is we got a little bit of ginger powder. Unfortunately, I missed the shot on the Szechuan chili paste that I used, but we're going to use some reasonable soy sauce, about 2 tablespoons, oyster sauce, and of course a little bit of white pepper. Once this is stir fried off, we're ready to serve it up on some white rice, and this is going to be great. Folks, we just finished up this amazing Szechuan green bean recipe with chicken, and I tell you what, I think it's going to be fantastic. But I'm going to bring in a South Asian, not that he's any expert, but he's been all over the world, and I'm going to have him come in and give this thing a test. Instead of me telling you how good it is, let's find out what he thinks. Ram, come on in here.
Well, the masterpiece by the bowl chef, Glenn Izett. A Szechuan chicken with green beans. And given my history with culinary excursions, this looks good. I love the green contrasted against the garlic and the egg velvet chicken. Looks delicious. I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's see what we got. Very good. Green beans. Chinese cooking is all about quick, high heat cooking, and they're crispy, tender, and snappy, which is what you want. I'd give it a straight 10 on 10.
So there you see it, folks. I've got some guy that came in here that has been in the Culinary Institute for 20 years telling me that this is the real deal. So for you naysayers out there, I don't know what to tell you. But all I can tell you is thanks for watching, and as always, bon appetit.